Welcome, millionaires, billionaires, and future trillionaires. As always, I am to bring you truth, knowledge, and wisdom to assist you in your journey to crypto. Such a beautiful day out here, guys. This is why I mentioned to you guys you don't need anything outside of yourself to feel happy, to be happy. All you need is, as long as you have just the basic necessities like food and shelter, you can be as happy as you want to be, because you're living in the moment. But um, without without having the right mindset as well is is what's gonna hold you back as well. So this video is gonna be an important video because it's gonna prepare your mind for for your riches, for your wealth. You guys are already millionaires and billionaires, and I'm sitting here with you at the finish line, and then we're having this conversation because we've came a long way. We've came a long way, and it's been a long journey. So it's just gonna be as important as keeping the wealth as making it. It's just as difficult, if not more difficult, because once you have your wealth, everyone's gonna be coming after it. What I realize is, and the reason why I say this is because money is energy, so money attracts everything to you. Um, so everything's gonna be happening on a subconscious level. So all of a sudden, you're gonna start to see people contacting you out of nowhere. It's because subconsciously they can feel that you have money, you have wealth. This is has to do with the spiritual part of this because everything is connected. So even though you may be distant, you may have some distance between you and someone else, as if, for example, if you stay in one country and another person stays in another country, distance doesn't exist in the spiritual realm. So you're still connected because energy travels at the speed of thought. So when you think of someone, they're also thinking of you. So and when this is the reason why in the spiritual realm, your thoughts manifest instantly. So if you think, so right now, for example, if I'm sitting here, all of a sudden I think of a, a big plane just appearing in the back of me. It will instantly appear just like this, as if magic. So this is why your thoughts create your reality, but in the astral realm, in the spiritual realm, it happens instantly. But there's a big delay in the physical. That is to protect you guys from destroying yourself. So if all of a sudden you had a dark thought, or you have a thought that could destroy you, you instantly think of it, and it just happens. This is why thoughts doesn't happen, or things doesn't manifest instantly in the physical world, because of protection to yourself, because of the delay. So, and also because the universe has to align things to happen physically. But in the spiritual realm, in the astral realm, your thoughts doesn't need the universe; it just manifests instantly. Um, so now that you guys are coming into new wealth, millions of dollars, billions of dollars, even some of us are going to be trillionaires. It's an interesting feeling because now you can live your life how you want, uh, do what you want, um, and you controlling your life. Not only that, it if you ever had a beautiful dream, if you ever had um, a dream that's so vivid that it felt real, but in that dream you were controlling everything. Anything you were thinking manifested instantly, and then you just experienced it in that dream. That's how it is in the astral realm. So most of the time when you're dreaming, you are experiencing um, another reality, another existence. um, but things happens uh, more quickly in the dream. But the dreams are you experiencing the astral realm, the spiritual realm, but you are not conscious enough to remember it, um, or to for it to feel real. But oftentimes you can get vivid dreams where the dreams feel like it's real, but it was an actual experience. Because you can even witness this for yourself, is as soon as you awaken from a vivid dream, you felt it was real. You couldn't explain it, but you felt it was real. There is nothing that could convince your mind that it wasn't real. Your mind made it real, but it was actually real. But you were not. If you were conscious, then you would have been able to control your dream. So this is what happened when you becoming awakened in your dream. When you just wake up subconsciously, mentally wake up in your dream, you can control the dream, and then everything you think of, it manifests instantly. So and this is what I've been using as well, as far as manifesting my goals, is programming the subconscious mind, because it's a computer. So once you program the mind for a certain thing, it's gonna appear in your reality. You just have to be persistent with it, for it to be embedded into your subconscious mind. Once it's embedded into your subconscious mind, then it becomes your lifestyle. It becomes part of you. So the universe has no choice but to bring that to you, what you've been visioning. So now that I can see everything, all the signs that are there that makes a person wealthy, that makes a person a billionaire, I can see all the signs are showing up. So this is confirmation for me and for us as well, that we've made it to the finish line. So the next question is, what's next? That's something I constantly ask myself. What's next? So how are you going to either impact the world or live your life? So I know a lot of us individually will have different paths in life, will have different directions, but we're still connected. We're still here. We're still together. We're still communicating. But at the same time, too, you have time to experience your life, to live life, which is what this is all about. It's just living and experiencing. But because society put money into it, where you need to have money to get something, but then the focus shifts from living to surviving to chasing something to get something. So you're chasing the money to get the experience. But if you could eliminate the need for money, so let's say once you have access to your millions and your billions, you'll be able to not worry about that part and just focus on living. So money is no object, but the key then will on this channel will be how to help you preserve and grow your wealth, because it's just as difficult to make the money as it is. It's just as easy to lose the money as it is difficult to obtain it. So that's the most important thing. You can make a lot of money and then just lose it very, very quickly if you're not careful about it. So that will be the shift of the channel to preserving your wealth. The first plan and goal was to get the wealth, but now that you have it, it's time to preserve it and continue to grow it, because I want to be able to help you, let's say, have as much money that you can make all the mistakes. You can try to lose as much of it as you possibly can. You could never lose it all. So that's more of a safety net. That's more of a safeguard for you. That way you'll have too much money. Even if you can lose as much as you can, even if you just try to just give as much, all of it away, it's going to be impossible to spend for you and your whole entire family to spend that amount of money in this lifetime. So we're going to have generational wealth, where Imagine all the families you know, all the people you know. You gave them money. They started spending your money as much as they can. In this lifetime, they would never be able to spend it all. So imagine if it's just you that's spending your money. It would take lifetime, which it will. It will take lifetime after lifetime for you to be able to spend all the money you're about to accumulate. So this is what generational wealth is. So we create our wealth by creating the tokens, and then we buy in early before the rest of the world flood in and start buying crypto, so they start pumping our bags. So this is how you make generational wealth. But there's levels to it. You can just be on the safe side and buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, or you can be a little bit safer and but have a little bit more risk is by buying altcoins. And then you can take a little bit more risk, but with greater risk comes greater reward, especially in the finance. So you can dive into meme coins, which is what I always recommend and advocate to buy as much as you can, because that's where the real wealth is. That's where the generational wealth is. So buying Bitcoin, buying meme coin, buying Bitcoin, buying altcoins, yeah, you live a comfortable life, but it all depends on your life. But it all depends on your life goals, on how you want to live your life, what you want to see for yourself in the future. Everyone has different lives, life goals. Everyone has a different way of living. So a person can be just as happy as living on a small plantation, on a small farm. They'll have everything they need, and they'll have everything, all the comfort they need to be happy. They can be as happy as a person who has trillions of dollars. But the difference is that person would lack freedom. Freedom to experience life, freedom to experience new senses, food, interaction with different people. You start getting more information, you understand the world more. This is a reason why too it's difficult for a lot of wealthy people to find happiness, because like I mentioned before, you need that spiritual aspect of you to attain the other 50%. So this is the reason why a lot of people just focus solely on getting the money, and they get lost in their jobs, their careers, or their projects, or whatever they're doing, that they've disconnected from their spiritual part of life. And this is what happened to me in the crypto space. At first, I was very, very, very highly spiritual. That's all I was focusing on. And then everywhere I go, animals would flock to me, would come to me, people's pet would come to me, stay around me. You started to be more in tune with nature, with the universe. If you ever seen the movie The X-Men, where the little girl's power was to attract animals to it, that's the same thing that was happening to me. But then I stayed more focused on finance, crypto, and then I kind of disconnected from spirituality. It was recently that I started back again, and because that's gonna be what I more focus on after we have access to our wealth. Is in what I've been noticing lately too as well. If you've seen in the previous video yesterday where I showed you the dog, that was someone else's pet. They were walking in the park, and then the dog just came around me, and then just sat right under me, because they can sense your energy. As soon as your energy shifts, this is why dogs and animals can sense if you are fearful, because they can sense that energy. They can sense everything about you. So that's a good confirmation too for me that I'm more connected with nature, with the universe, with my surroundings. And I've shifted frequencies, I've shifted dimensions. So I'm pretty much vibrating at a higher frequency, which is where the wealth is as well, and also the happiness. Like I said, all of a sudden, it's not just it didn't have it didn't have to do with anything but yourself. You can start with just your mind, with where you are. As you continue to program your mind and your subconscious, then you will see your reality shift. You will see your surroundings shift, the people around you shift, because you're controlling your life on a mental level, which is where you first begin to create. Once you start creating in the mind, then it manifests into the physical. But you have to be persistent as well. Keep going. I've been doing this for 5-6 years now, probably even more. Just constantly programming. It takes some time. Because you have to reprogram old beliefs and put in new beliefs. It's like resetting a hard drive and then putting new information in. So it takes some time. So, and this is my goal for the main channel. The other channel, that the personal channel I have, is I'm going to be posting more videos on there about spirituality, about life, about everything else, the most interesting things. Now that the focus won't be on the money for us anymore, because we've already acquired the wealth. Now we will see how beautiful life truly is to live in the moment, because you'll be focusing on just living. And as you live in the moment, you see things, you see more, your mind see more, you understand more. Yeah, that plane is flying 500 feet. You can see the person controlling it. Yeah, so you start living, this is where you've attained true bliss. I've had that before. Now it's returning to me. Where it's pure blissful moments after pure blissful moments. Even if something negative happened to you, it won't affect you at all. You'll just observe it and see it for what it is, and then you'll understand why it's happening. So it's a very interesting place to be. So I don't want to keep this video long, guys. Just giving you guys congratulations on your back, pat on your back that we've made it. We are at the finish line, crossing the finish line together. But not everyone made it though. But it's been a difficult journey. A lot of people fell off the wagon. But it doesn't really matter, because we're going to create more millionaires and more billionaires with our projects, and more projects to come. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.